Hi, I'm Melinda Painter, and I currently work at Research in Motion, but my life is also involves my children and my husband, and as a hobby activity I like to play tennis, and I'm so interested in the women's sports channel. I think this is such a great idea because women in sports, they've been kept out of it for so long. Even though Title IX opened it up for women, we still have a long way to go when it comes to equality with men. And you'll see that all the time on the ESPN and other sports channels and sports networks that cover all the men's sports and never the women's sports. So I'm very excited about it. Well, I think young girls today, they sit with their families and they watch college football and college basketball, and I don't think there's a lot of time spent. You don't see it on the local channels on college for women's sports. There's some, but not, in comparison, it's just the men far outweigh the women, and so girls it doesn't give them the opportunity to look forward and say, hey, if I really work hard in sports, I could have a career in sports, or I could get a college scholarship in sports. This will give them more of an incentive as they're able to see what other women can do and have been capable of doing. That'll give them the encouragement that they'll need to really work hard and to know that there is something at the end of that rainbow if they work hard enough for it. Well, I think that it's important for boys to see women in a role that is as a competitor and able to play sports just as well, or maybe sometimes better than they can. I mean, look, years ago in tennis when we had Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs, they had the big tournament thing, and that was so big for its time because you never see men and women playing together. But I think that if young boys see women being very competitive in sports, and then they see that that's something that they could pursue as well, and it just gives them a different perspective of women than what TV today would try to present women as being. And so then I think they'll have a different level of respect for women as they grow up, which I think is important for boys to see. I think that as they grow up, it will help the boys as well to respect women more if they have more opportunity to watch women's sports. And it will open their eyes to the inequality of women in sports, too. What they're paid, how much we see of them on TV, where they can go after they make it through college sports. Is there any avenue for them as a professional? So that's, I think, important as well. I play tennis, so of course I love to watch tennis and see more, not just professional tennis, but college tennis, possibly high school tennis. I think that I would enjoy seeing all kinds of sports, different sports, you know, paddle boarding or swimming and gymnastics. I enjoy cheerleading, so you know, just all those types of sports where women could be. It's always a joy to watch and see women excel and all the hard work and determination that they've had towards their sport. I think this is the greatest idea ever, and I think that it's going to be a huge success. I mean, women are at least 50% of the world population, so it's nice to finally get some 50% of the viewing time and the channel time. Right now, if we flip to your channel, it will be 100% of the viewing time, so that would be great. I think that Time Warner and Dish and all the various cable channels throughout the country should carry this channel because they have such a huge audience. I mean, if they didn't carry this channel, they're missing 50% of the population and not sharing that information with them. So I think that they definitely need to get on board and get this and market it extensively too, that they have it, because it'll just increase their viewership significantly.